That's right, boys. Your boy TeKRaJ was able to acquire most feared Marshawn Lynch, and he is 99 overall, fully morphed. Thanks to one of my great subscribers, Chris Rico, we were able to get our hands on this card. And you know, we've been doing the player review series that we're going to be continuing to do all week long. And this guy is 7'9", 95 speed, 99 carry, 100 trucking, 99 juke move, 95 elusiveness, 95 ball carrier vision. So of course he's gonna be this tall and this beastly until the 2nd, which is going to be on Monday. So the crazy thing about this one is that usually Marshawn Lynch cards have crazy trucking, but maybe the juke isn't all the way up, or maybe the stiff arm isn't all the way up. So obviously you can see here that this is a pretty nice card. So we're gonna go ahead and enter him onto the squad, but before we do that, let's compare him to my current running back, Terrell Davis. Obviously, he beats him in every aspect, as he should. The only thing where Terrell Davis is close is with agility. So this is a squad that we put him on. You guys are familiar with it already. We got Lorenzo Neal at fullback for him, and this is a defense. So we put in a couple of the most feared stars that are also morphed. Now I wanted to show you this because we were in a crunch. To make it to the playoffs, we had to win our last 2 games, and this is what we came up against. We came up against a player who also had that beast mode on his squad, but he also had a Jarvis Landry and a couple other players. So the first play that we had with him, we hit him with our signature toss play, and he was able to get into the end zone there. And just look at how big and dominant he is right there. 7'9" Marshawn Lynch, a lot taller than everybody else, but remember, he still has him too. So the one thing I noticed is that Jarvis Landry, it was just impossible to cover him if he was that tall. So right there, he mossed one of my cornerbacks and he got a touchdown as well. But right here, once again, we went with that beast mode. There goes the juke. He breaks that tackle, breaks another tackle from a most feared player, and he's off to the races and celebrates into the end zone for the long touchdown. After we get the ball back, we're up 14-7, and here goes that team of the week, Mike Evans, with the catch and just enough speed to make it in for a touchdown. That would put us up 21-7, but I'll tell you what, my opponent with his 100 throw power, morphed, most feared Michael Vick, was just an annoyance in my side all game long. But right there, our Stephon Gilmore somehow shows you how valuable he was and is able to get the interception. But unfortunately, my opponent had had enough. He called it quits. So I put some of my collectibles into this most feared elite pack. I went ahead and completed it, and guess who I got out of the pack? Eddie Lacy. I got Eddie Lacy, who is also morphed. A nice 1-2 punch combination for that Marshawn Lynch that I went ahead and had. So let's go ahead and check what he's looking like. 92 speed, 99 trucking, 95 juke move, 95 carry, 90 elusiveness, 95 acceleration. So not the fastest player, but with that acceleration, ball carrier vision, and awareness amongst other things. And his catching is pretty good too. I mean, 85 catching for a running back is pretty nice. So the fact that he was able to have that, I almost thought about putting him at fullback, but his run blocking wasn't quite good. So I was gonna have him take the place of where my football outsider Shane Vereen usually was. And so that was a pretty good 1-2 punch at running back that we were gonna have there. So anyway, I was putting these players together to make sure that we were trying to make it to the playoffs, but I started getting a little bit of that itch, and guess who I went out and got? I went ahead and got this Michael Vick card because I got all these players last night, late last night, when I knew they were going to be cheap before people remember that they were morphed. And this Michael Vick has 95 speed, 100 throw power, 92 throw on the run. He's not as accurate as a John Elway, but he's still going to do the trick. The cool thing about there, if you didn't notice, he's actually 7'2", so he's a monster as well. The other cool thing about this most feared players is that they all have visors, the dark visors, and they have that crazy custom Justin Tuck face guard as well, just making them look extra menacing. Right here, I'm going to compare him to that John Elway so you can take a look at how it looks like. Obviously, Vic beats him in throw power and speed, but John Elway's a little more accurate. So of course, we're going to buy him, put him on the squad, and then of course, we're going to put him as our starting quarterback. So not necessarily a fully morphed team, but just enough for us to bring home that final game. So our opponent looks like they don't have that many good players, but they do have some of those gold most feared players. So in we go to our next game. We have to bring it home in order to make it to the playoffs. So here we are as we get the game started, and we start off with the bang right away. And that's one of the things. I already had some of those gold players as backups, so they were able to cause that fumble on that kickoff. And we went ahead and gave it to Marshawn Lynch, so right away you know he got that touchdown. Now this opponent had a lot more of those most feared players on his team. He had that Vic as well. He also had that LeGarrette Blount. And right here you see that LeGarrette Blount just toss aside my defender very, very easily. Luckily, Earl Thomas was able to slow him down just a little bit, and Stephon Gilmore was able to get that angle on him and stop him. 1st and 10 from my opponent. He's going to throw the pass out to his tight end, who's going to come in and get the touchdown. So we're tied 7-7. Once again, we're going to try to hit him with that toss play, and there goes Marshawn Lynch with the big carry. I tried to do a stiff arm, but there he was to actually make the stop. I'm not gonna lie, man, I think these fully morphed players, the best place, as you see the Mike Evans there with the nice touchdown grab. But anyway, what I actually like most about the fully morphed players was the actual defense, and you'll see that from the rest of my videos. Once again, he gets the nice play to his tight end on the flag route, and right there, he gets a touchdown. So guys, close game, we're tied at 14, and right here Marshawn Lynch on the inside zone with the long carry, and look at that, the stiff arm, and it takes 3 defenders to actually get him stopped. And apparently that was enough for my opponent to actually go ahead and call it quits. So 2 games, 2 players that said, you know what, I had enough, the beast mode was way too much for them. But guys, I got the itch. I got the itch, and if you didn't notice right here, I've got pretty much a fully morphed team for you guys. So moving forward, what we're actually gonna do is in tomorrow's video, or tonight if this video gets enough likes, we're gonna give you the playoff run that I put together with this fully morphed team. Anyway, drop a like if you like the Marshawn Lynch gameplay. Subscribe if you wanna see more of my fully morphed team that I've assembled. Most importantly, take care of yourself. Peace. They're on 2nd and 10. I said, you know what? Let's just bomb him deep and get the hell out of here. Are you serious? Are you serious? Right there on the first play, we had a post route. My opponent was calling some man, so I said, let's try Evans on the flag route to the outside. And right there, you see he gets the catch, and he has enough speed to run it in for the touchdown.